Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we are watching, as I said, The Big Bang Theory, Young Sheldon. This is the 12th episode of the 5th season. Hope you guys have been enjoying it so far. If you like to watch today's full episode, it is available for the link in the description below. Just clicking it, put the password in, and enjoy. Last episode, we seen Mandy being introduced to the show. Yes, you come into the laundromat, doing a thing, cleaning her clothes. And who else is she going to run into than Georgie? And he shifts straight away. He's seen her. He's attracted. He struck up a connection. She's returned a couple of days later. You know, again, they've talked to each other. He's invited her out for dinner. She's accepted. She said that she was 25. He said that I was 21. You know, they've gone to a restaurant, sat down, ordered margaritas. Who's in there? Connie. She's seen him. She's gone over. She's not said anything about his age. She knows that he's underage drinking. She's hit him hard on the shoulders. Not like a little tap, like it's a full-on slap, a big like bang. Gonna come and bite him on the ass at some point. That, however, you know, it seemed like it was a successful date to him. They got back in the car. They was making out. She said, "Look, mate, I need to tell you something. I wasn't quite honest with my age. I'm not actually 25. I'm 29." He's like, "And I've got something to tell you." Not saying that he's 17. He said, "I'm okay with that." Do you know what I mean? So big age gap. He's going for it. He's going through the you know, the motions, and it's going to be interesting to see what actually happens. We also had again another altercation or whatever you want to say with George and Brenda. Paul went out. Both of them gone to a bar. Seemed to go to the same one, the bowling alley. George has gone there with his mate, his boss, obviously. You know, he's seen them two talking, kind of got a bit jealous. He's left, you know, he's feeling awkward in the situation. I don't know, it's just a weird vibe between all of them. He's going to go to see Mary at the church. They was doing a sleep-in or whatever, and he's seen her having time with the other pastor outside. He's both having a cigarette, and I don't know if he's got jealous or mad or whatever, but instead of going over and saying hello and spending time with her, just got back in his car and kind of like stormed off. I don't even know. Do you know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying. That the situation's weird between them because, like, they're not even arguing, bickering, falling out. It's not as if they're not even spending time together. It's just like weirdness going on. You know? So again, I'm interested to see how we play it out. Thanks for checking out today's episode though. Hopefully guys enjoy it. If you do, please smash a like, really helps out. Subscribe if you need. And as always, let's jump into today's episode.
Certain status symbols in Texas that indicated you were a success. A rodeo champion belt buckle, built ostrich skin boots, and possibly the ultimate status symbol, the pink Cadillac.
Mary Cooper, what a delightful surprise.
I can't help but notice what you're driving. Are you selling Mary Kay?
With my theater background, I just had a knack for cosmetology. Here's my car in case you ever want to talk. Maybe one day you'll be driving one of these.
So, spring break is just around the corner.
I'm counting the days.
Where are you going?
I'm not telling you where I'm going, Sheldon. Traditionally, you would congregate with your peers and make bad decisions.
But I'm a kid.
Then perhaps a game of duck, duck, goose.
Are they screaming for help?
No, they're having fun.
Are we watching the same show?
Guess who I ran into at the grocery store? Mr. Lundy.
Ugh, the weird theater guy.
Also a teacher, realtor, choreographer, ooh,
Isn't
and
it?
local celebrity.
He's managing a whole team of salespeople.
Don't you have enough makeup?
I don't.
I'm not buying it. I'm thinking about selling it.
Sales is a tough racket, Mir.
Yeah, it ain't as easy as I make it look.
Well, I think I'd be good at it. I have people skills.
Do you?
I'd like to throw my dinner roll at your head right now, but you don't see me doing it.
The thing is it's a pyramid scheme, yeah? So like Lundy or whatever, he'll buy it from somebody and then does he sell it or does he give it to Mary? She sells it and then he gets a profit. So like, is it he gets it for free like a sponsor? So like, let's just say Coca-Cola. It's just easier to do. I don't know any makeup thing. Coca-Cola will go, yo, you've got the ability to sell 1,000 cans, yeah? We'll give you 1,000 cans, you sell them. And then what he does then is he sells it. Once he's done that, he gives money to them and keeps money himself as like a percentage of profit. Do you know what I mean? Or does he go to Coca-Cola and say, I'll buy 1,000 cans for 80 cents. Then they give it to him and then he sells them at $1 and he keeps the change. Like that, for example. So if Mary wants to get in on it. She has to pay him money, so he's already got his commission, he's already laughing, he's got his stock and it's sold, and then it's down to her to sell. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like a pyramid scheme. Do you know what I mean? It goes down. The more and more it goes down to the bottom, all the people at the top have already got their money, and that's what he's trying to do. I feel like he's got the makeup, she's got to buy it off him. He's laughing like, I've done my sales job already. I've suckered her in to get it. And then it's down to her to graft and to pay it off.
I couldn't believe my eyes. A whole convention dedicated to comic books.
I quit my job for the time off.
Wow.
Well, my job search.
I just found my spring break.
Happy to welcome a new sales associate to the family.
Well, I don't normally wear much makeup, so I'm a little out of my depth.
You confident?
No.
I knew the answer to that. It's just like this full coverage concealer for all skin types. We're gonna cover that right on up.
I'm all for that.
Ask for a check for your sample kit and your startup accessories.
The impression that I would take orders and the customers would pay for it later, like, Girl Scout cookies.
You see thin mints in this case?
My husband isn't totally on board, and he'll be upset if I spend a bunch of money.
Oh, well, that's fair. It reminds me of a simpler time when men made the decisions and women made the beds.
You see what he done? He kind of like sold it in a different way. He played against her ego.
Show me what you got.
What do you mean?
Your sales technique. Let's go. Come on, I'm an Eskimo. Sell me some ice.
Hi.
Let me stop you right there.
What did I do wrong?
You should be advertising the product, and you're not wearing any. Here.
I think the best makeup is the kind that no one notices.
Right now, you're
That's
what no one
true.
notices. This is your billboard.
That was deep.
Driving right on by. You see red. What comes to your mind?
Satan.
Glamour. Now, are you a powerful, confident woman?
Yes.
Mom, I know what I want to do for spring break. What happened to your face?
Told you people take notice.
Fighting Batman? Because you look like the Joker. What do you want? Can I take a 4.5-hour bus ride to Texarkana for a comic book convention?
By yourself? I don't know, maybe.
No.
But people wear makeup to comic book conventions. You could sell it there.
And if you order right now, I'll throw in some extra concealer for half off. I mean, this is just allergies. Does it look like I've been crying?
It's mostly adults. Many are in costumes.
No.
Sorry. No. And what do you want?
For you to go on a bus with me to a comic book convention at Texarkana.
God, no.
I'm selling confidence.
You are?
I sure am. Now, are you a strong and confident woman?
Not remotely.
Here. Why don't you put this on, and we will try again. Like you mean it. Are you strong and confident?
Yes.
One more time.
Yeah.
Ooh!
You never forget your first sale.
I know. I am still tinkling.
It's a matter of time before you're behind the wheel of your own pink Cadillac. And take it from me, you will be stared at.
You know what? Before we go further, right? He has charisma. He does. Like, to be honest, he might not be the best looking person in the room. He might not be like the loudest, but he does have a bit of an aura around him. Whether it's ignorance, whether it's, you know, it's just his own self-belief. Like, he does ooze it off. Like, he's quite a dominant personality in the room. Like, even when you look at her and him side by side, he does scream confidence. Whether he's shit at what he's doing anyway, like sometimes he is, he's still confident about himself. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and he has made his sale to her, and he's still, fair play, he's still helping her out. He's not kind of ignored her. Now, Connor is a prime example of where makeup does wonders. I think on Mary, it doesn't look that good. Like, yeah, okay, she will be wearing makeup for the show, but like the makeup that they put on her to advertise it was too much. She didn't look great. Now, Connie, for her age, and she wears it, she does rock it, and it does make her look better. It does. And you've got to look at it in a situational basis. I personally like my girlfriend and, you know, other people to be like a natural beauty. Do you know what I mean? I don't like the overdoing it too much. The girl that was sat on the couch there, the librarian, I feel like she had too much on. And you could see it all kind of plastered on the face on the side. But, you know, if stuff's not worked in the past, try something new. Do you know what I'm saying? However, he does do things, and he believes and fully commits in himself, and you got to say fair play. You know what I mean? Whether it's plays, sales. I mean, last time we seen him, the guy was literally basically a millionaire, and he blew it because he thought that everyone wanted to see his life in a one-man show or something. Do you know what I'm saying? But he's back again with another thing. You know, persistence. You got to give it to him. He actually does put the effort in. Whether or not you like him, whether or not you think he's successful, he's not sat on his ass. He's always out there, being a realtor, being a teacher, being an actor. Do you know what I mean? Being a salesperson. He's actually out there grafting all the time.
Well, new faces are the lifeblood of our business.
I don't know that I'd be comfortable trying to make sales in a religious setting.
Mary, if God didn't want people to wear makeup, he'd have made them less ugly. Would you rather her borrowing makeup from friends, passing it back and forth?
She has stolen it from my bag.
See? Forget about Pink Caddy. Now we're talking pink eye.
This Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in Ballroom B of the Texarkana Holiday Inn. It's Texarkana Con. That's
William Shatner may not be appearing, but Sheldon Cooper is.
Where are you going?
To see my comic book friends?
I'm leaving in a few. You want to ride?
No, I'm taking my bike.
All the way to the bus station.
Let's get this pusillanimous bucket of nuts and bolts on the road.
Givens?
Oh, the pain.
Let us open our Bibles to chapter 2, verse 12. We had to complete 12 months of beauty treatments prescribed for the women, 6 months with oil of myrrh, and 6 with perfumes and cosmetics. Did you know that Esther used her beauty to stop a genocide? Sure feel powerful when I'm wearing this new line of Mary Kay Cosmetics. Take a gander, ladies.
For your information, Star Trek wouldn't exist without Lost in Space.
Ooh. At least Star Trek didn't have to steal its robot from Forbidden Planet.
Well, if Lost in Space is so great, how come no one's ever remade it?
That's true. They're still making Star Trek movies and a new series.
Star Trek Next Gen is better than original series.
Lost in Space brought me hours of happiness as a child.
Enjoy Mr. Data, but he's clearly just a Spock ripoff.
I'm sorry, Mr. Data wants to be more human. Spock wants to be less human. How is that the same?
When William Shatner plays an emotion, my shoe can tell what it is.
Well, if you like big acting, have I got a show for you, dear boy?
Wesley Crusher is the worst.
Now you're knocking Will Wheaton. He's the best part of the show.
He's an annoying know-it-all.
Yeah, that's what makes him lovable.
What the heck? You think you can just wash me away? Now, where are we with Missy? You leave Missy alone.
Mom, help! I can't get out.
Missy!
Why are you sleeping? You should be selling!
My mother never sold makeup again.
She did look better in the mirror, innit, without the makeup. Do you not think? But that's just her self-guilt, you know. She sat there, she's like, mate, I should have been talking about God and not selling this stuff. But her progression of a salesman got better. Do you know what I mean? Like, when she first started with him and she was trying to sell it to him, she was pretty crap. She had no confidence. And then she went around, knocked on a few houses, made her first sale, got the barber group in, got them all to pitch in, you know, and get something. She was using a bit of confidence, you know what I'm saying? And I don't think it's that bad, and it's always nice to have a bit of extra cash on the side, isn't it? You know, as long as you don't make it your full-time job. I mean, if it becomes your full-time job, fairs, but like, as long as it doesn't hinder your work and being a mum and working at a church, if you're doing something on the side in your spare time and you're making a bit of cash, I don't really see the big issue with it. But I was saying a minute ago, you know, you got to say fair play to him selling it to her, because every time he's even in the show, he's doing something that's either money driven, and he's always putting his full effort into it as well. You know what I mean? Whether it's acting or teaching or doing this and sailing, he does use confidence, and you know, he kind of dominates the personality. Do you remember when they done the Fright House or whatever, and George's girlfriend went in and ended up getting scared or something and turned into God? Do you remember her? Veronica, I thought they may have ended up being together for a bit. You know what I mean? Like, they seem to have good connections as well. Did he not give her something and she put the beads kind of like on a mirror in a car? And I mean, we never really seen them again, and their connection was good, wasn't it? I mean, we got this thing going on now. We didn't really see anything in today's episode, did we? Maybe it's a slow burner because they don't know how the reaction was going to be, and you know, as you progress, you start, you know what I mean? Like, she might be in the season a little bit, and then they was like, whoa, that reaction was decent. You know what I mean? When we go into season 6, we'll get her in as a recurring character because that reaction was strong. We didn't expect that, and then it spiraled from there. Do you know what I'm saying? But not really seeing much of Connie either in the next, in the last few episodes as well. Okay, that is going to wrap up today's episode. Thanks for checking our channel today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. You know, what I actually think is interesting is, I feel like, not that the parents are tight on Sheldon, that's not what I'm trying to say, but like, when he wants to go to places, when he wants to engage, when he wants to have fun, when he wants to go to these conventions and do these activities and just take part, they don't want to. They said no. You know, they didn't want to take him to this convention even though he wanted to go. And I always think, mate, my kid, they're going to get took to whatever they want to do if I'm not busy. You know, so, like, George was probably sat at his house watching TV, having a beer, where his kid wants to go somewhere and have fun. You know what I mean? When my kid comes to me and says, Dad, can I go here? Can I go there? I'm going to be like, yeah, I'm going to take you. You know what I'm saying? Like, unless I've got something physically booked or some plans in place, I'm not going to say no. I'll take them to anywhere they want to go, even if I didn't like it. You know what I mean? If I'm stood in the rain and I'm watching them play sports, or whether I'm going to, you know, a convention inside or something that I'm not interested in. On defense of Sheldon, they don't really engage and take part and take him to all these things that he wants to do. You know what I mean? So what if it's not the same personality as everybody has? You know what I mean? And like, he likes different things and Star Trek and conventions and all these, you know, scientific stuff. Just because you don't understand it, don't mean you can't take him to places that he enjoys. You know what I mean? So I feel like you should be engaged a little bit more in that one. But thanks for checking out today's episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please smash a like. Really helps out. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.